Boom! What's up, y'all? So I have moved spots on my van. This is my 9th night sleeping in my van. I've moved behind the veterans building at the homeless shelter. Unfortunately, one of the homeless guys, he's not my roommate, but he lives here at the homeless shelter and he's a veteran. And, you know, a lot of people have had issues with him. You know, the cops were called on him this last weekend for bullying one of the older senior citizen vets. And he's in a wheelchair. Well, it was like 7:20 in the morning and I heard this, man, I hate this effing van. Doof. And he hit my van, he kicked my van. And I was up. I was meditating. I was probably up for like 30 minutes, but I was in my van and I got out and unfortunately I kind of lost my shit. I was like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Because he didn't think anybody was in the van. And there's this other cat too. He's an older cat, black gentleman. And he always gives him errands to go pick up booze or pills or whatever. And, you know, he's made comments about my van because I have my cargo carrier on there and parking places and just everybody's on edge. They're older guys. And, you know, I heard him made a comment like 3 mornings ago, like, man, what a crappy color van that is. You need to paint that. But he didn't know I was in there, but he didn't touch my van. Well, this morning he said, I hate this effing van, and kicked my van while I was in it. And I got out and unfortunately I lost my ish too. I was like, to be honest, I kind of don't even know what I said. I was upset. I was like, man, what are you doing? Why are you vandalizing, you know, my van? He's like, yeah, whatever, man. He's like, I didn't even do anything. I'm like, come on, dude. I mean, there's cameras right there. You know, there's cameras all over the homeless shelter. But anyways, I probably should have, in fact, I learned a lesson. All these triggers, you know, not living behind huge mansion walls, not living, you know, in your same tribe, you know, being exposed in different type of environments, I think is healthy, because I instantly knew that what I should have done is taken a big breath, calmly, slowly got out of my van and walked up to whoever it was, you know, even if it wasn't, you know, in a situation, you know, maybe 6 months from now this happens, and maybe just say, you know, hey, what was your reasoning behind, you know, throwing a brick at my window, kicking my van, you know, messing with my bike? Like, what is your reasoning? Talk to them, rather than act like them out of, you know, just frustration. So what I did was, check this out. I got these. I went to Home Depot and I got these. These were $3.75. I got 2 of them. And then these are the magnets that I got from, here's one that's done, my sunshade. So I put magnets on my sunshade so they click to the windows. So I have a whole bunch of them left. And what I did is I ninja flipped them on the back. So what's rad, if I'm gonna go canoeing, if I'm gonna leave my van for a couple of days, or maybe if I'm just off on the road on the highway or whatever it is, I can just go like this. I can just go, hi-ya! Boom. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I'm gonna always have, you know, all my gear back here with my bike, and my bike's pretty expensive. So, you know, my license plate's gonna go there when I get my registration, but I can just go, hi-ya! You know what I'm saying? And when that stealth color, that truck bed black, it really makes that smiley face pop. And then it says, you know, and then I can just take it off. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know, that situation just inspired me, you know, to make my setup more optimal. I mean, here's the thing. You can't control anybody else's actions. You can't control anybody else's HATE. You can't control anybody else's behavior. And what I always remind myself, anything and everything, in my opinion, is just a reflection of my consciousness. People are gonna act, people are gonna think the way they wanna think, but it should not change your inner beliefs. It should not affect your happiness and your purity and your light. And as soon as they do, that's why they call it trolling, that's why they call it antagonistic, that's why they call it pushing buttons, whatever it is. It could be a stranger, it could be a partner. As soon as they do that, then you are just as guilty. And so it just inspired me, hey, I'm gonna go find a fun way. And look, I think this is pretty fun. Look at that emoji, right? How rad is that? That's pretty fun, right? I think that's cute. And, you know, it's got the really cool smiley face. And I didn't want to permanently put it on my van, so the magnets were just like a game changer. And I'm going to now have to add some cameras to my list. There's a Waze camera that I did a review for that I put in Lana's house. It's called WYZE, and they are Wi-Fi cameras and they stream. So now I gotta get 2 of those and fix those to my van. I also gotta get a backup camera just in case, you know. I mean, this is a home on wheels, and you know, with my inverter and my solar, and I'm gonna have basically all of my belongings in here, and so it's best to protect myself and have just have some precautions, just to have some extra Ninja MacGyver Knight Rider tools in my van, in my beautiful arsenal, where I can continue to be myself and not let this other static, you know, just a reflection of my consciousness, interrupt with my growth and interrupt with what it is that I'm doing, because all of this static, all of everybody's, and who knows, you know, and what I told you, what I think, what is going on with him, I could be wrong. It's just I go by what I see, and you know, everybody's, you know, homeless shelter's pretty hardcore, y'all. Everybody's going through a lot of stuff with losing their jobs. You know, homeless people can't even get unemployment right now. You know, the food stamps, you know, they're not letting anybody in. They're probably going to be kicking people out. So, and, you know, especially when they're on medication, when there's, you know, mental illness and there's substance abuse. I'm not saying what he did was right, because it was the second incident. This time, you know, he actually, you know, hit my vehicle. And so it inspired me, you know, and then next time, you know, I'll be able to take a deep breath and handle it a little bit better. When I went to Kauai for 60 days, I had this OC spray, this mace, and I carried it with me on my guard belt. I call it a guard belt because I used to wear a guard belt in the Navy. But this is like all my little fun supplies. This is all my little rad tools. And I'm thinking about getting some mace. I don't want to get a firearm. I think firearms are icky. I mean, I had an M16 when I was in gate guard. I got OC sprayed. I had to carry a pistol and all that. And I don't want to carry, again, I think that's a little bit to the extreme. I think if I had some mace and maybe some nunchucks, that would be a smart thing for me to do, you know, because I am going to do van life like full time. I have some good news today. A realtor finally called me today, and she was really, really cool. And I text her my sheet that shows, like, for a lifetime, everything that I'm approved for zip code, for rent, and that's on top of my my lifelong pension. And she was like, I have something for $1,300. It's kind of a unique situation. It's got a garage. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It has a fenced-in backyard. I'm like, dude, let me see it. And so it's in St. Pete. I might be able to go see it tomorrow, but I'm telling you, if I could do that, whatever house, whatever dwelling, whatever it is that I am gifted, I am basically going to use that for storage, for keepsakes. But I'm going to do van life full time. I really feel like I can grow. I really feel like I can serve humanity. I can help other people, and I can chill out. I can go in the desert for 3 weeks, do some editing, be naked, you know, have some waterfall go down my back all the way between my butt cleave, you know what I mean? Have no tan lines, be able to scream out loud, be able to cry out loud, be able to laugh out loud, naked, in privacy. I really think I'll be able to grow so much, and to see different cultures and experiences. Not that I would have to do this, or would it be a job, or that I'm trying to get footage or this. It's because I want to. I'll be able to live, you know, day to day and be in the moment without having to pay an electric bill. I'll have a phone bill. Yeah, I'll have to pay gas money, but it literally is like 10% of what you would pay for a normal house. And I'll always have a house now that I have, you know, the HUD bash and stuff. So hopefully that works out, because as soon as I can get a place, you know, I can finalize. I still need a lot of stuff for my van. I made a rad van list. Some of you all have graciously gifted me some really rad things, like my LED lights, and a fan, which is really, really cool. And I got my, oh look, I got my armrest off. Look at that. So I'm gonna take the leather, or the vinyl, it's not leather, it's a vinyl off of that, make a heart shape, patch that up, and I got that one off. And this fit perfectly, look at that. See how rad that looks? Look how perfect that fit, y'all. I couldn't have like manifested that any better. See how perfect that is? Whoa, what? So it's slowly coming, and then look, my nets. I got my little toesies, my toesy shoes, a little brush. That's where all my skit stuff's gonna be, all of my thongs, my what onesies, my boom pants, my wigs. They're really not wigs, but maybe they are. This I'm not going to use. This was a 7-gallon jug. I'm going to do water bags. They're really cool. That's just too big because my inverter and power station is going to go right there. I was going to put that there. It's just too big. So my inverter and power station is going to be there. I'm actually going to get another bed, and then I can ninja flip it there and put this one there. This van is going to look so rad. I just need to be patient and let it manifest, because when I have the optimal setup, I can literally just play and relax. Maybe go visit my mom, go visit my dad, go see my daughter. My daughter can play with me. It will just be so much freedom. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was cool. Bad experience. I think it's maybe something that, you know, when you're in the van life, you have to get used to. I mean, you know, when you're parking at certain places, you know, for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you know, a decade, I know I'm going to have to deal with knocks on the doors. I'm going to have to deal with vandalism. So I think these are fun. I think these are cool, and they're not permanent. So I could put 2 out. I could put 1 out. I could permanently put 1. I could get another one. I could put 69 of these on one side, and then maybe a vinyl photo of me that and my watermelon or something. But I just think this is just perfect, because it's like a sweet, endearing, laughing thing. Like, hey, yo, if you really think you want to steal something, you know, you probably need it more than me, but just think twice. You know, smile is contagious. And so I thought that was just a super rad sign, and so I wanted to share that with you. And I had the magnets too. You know what I mean? So I had the magnets, leftover stuff. So I'm trying to use all of the ingredients. People call it supplies, materials. I'm trying to use all the ingredients that I need. I need to get some insulation for here, but I don't want to use fiberglass. I want to use some wool. And then I need some wool. I'm going to stick wool all underneath those walls and all through the walls. And I got my fan. But I need to paint it black just because of aesthetics. I want it to look rad. And I need to find a power source. So I'm just running out of funds and running out of ingredients, but I'm just going to slowly manifest it, so I have the optimal setup. So that will give me, you know, more time to play with you all and open up with you all, and more time for me, and more space and more privacy and more freedom and more personal sovereignty, where I can just really just blossom. And that's why I'm doing all of this. And I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. So you all have a rad weekend. Here's cray with an extra side of cray. A lot of states are opening. This is probably going to last 2 years, this pandemic, y'all. You know, the virus, the cooties, is still around. Please act like you have it. Please, you know, be respectful. You know, whatever news source you're listening to, try to maybe not listen to all of it. Just try to act like you have it, and just be thankful and be respectful. Because this is, until there is a vaccine, we should all just be very diligent. We should be diligent. We should all be just respectful to everyone. You know, when you're coughing or sneezing, cover your mouth, and maintain that social distancing. So have a rad weekend, y'all. Hello, Sissy. Hello, Mark. Hello, Kara. Hello, Kayla. I love that, Kayla. Hi, Shay. What's up, shipmate? Hi, Crystal. Hi, Lisa. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hi, Roy. Hi, Car. If you haven't joined my group, Ridiculously Raw Authentic, do that now. If you haven't joined Speak to the Hand, do that now. If you ninja flip into the group, tell a story, tell us a funny, motivate us, inspire us, make us cry, make us laugh, make us pee a little. Until next time, y'all, I love you. Keep it raw. Stay rad. What?